Respect to everybody that come in. They're gonna watch this live. I got two things I want to talk about. One is what would you do if your baby was swapped, and the other one is about missing people. People go missing all the time. Some get the headlines, some don't. I know our sisters or black women do not get the headlines that they should get when they go missing. And it's the same way on the reservation. I was watching something on TV. Three young ladies were missing, and they searched for them. The police weren't doing nothing. And all of a sudden, about 7 days, 6 days, 5 days, 20 days later, they found them in the area that they should have been seen. We got to do more to protect our women, our black women, and other people that get snatched up, that used for human trafficking for all different kind of reasons. If you got a daughter, you got a sister, you got a mother, how would you feel if that happened to them? How would you feel when it comes to them getting snatched up? How would you react? How would you how would you react to the situation? How would you react to men and women? How would you react to you having a baby? Then all of a sudden your baby gets switched in the hospital. How would you react? How would you feel about that? And just because the doctors or whoever and that woman and you're not from that town, it happens to you. How would you react? How would you feel? How would you go about your day? How would you function as a human? How would you function as a parent? See, this comes down to what we do as humans. How do we feel about humans? How do we go about our day treating each other differently than we should? Why do we go around doing this in real life? And and sometimes when kids come up missing, women come up missing, it's not strangers that does it. Respect Miss Chicago. It's not strangers that does it. It's their own relatives that does it. It's the friends of the family that they know that does it. And why, when your kids go up missing or wind up getting unalive, why does it take the police so long to react? Why? Do our sister lives matter? Do our kid lives matter that is from our community? Do their lives matter? It matters to me. It matters to me. They talk about wait 48 hours. You know how kids are, whatever, whatever. No, that's my child. I shouldn't have to. Our community shouldn't have to come together to go try to search for my child, search for a black female that's in my family or on a reservation. Friends and family shouldn't have to come together, do their own search because the police don't want to do their job. And those off they ran away, whatever the community they came from. It shouldn't come down to that. Should come down to that. Should it? What would you do? What would you do if your baby was swapped? As a parent, just think, just close your eyes for a minute. Close your eyes for a minute. Imagine you in the hospital. You see your baby boy, your little baby girl. You holding them in your hand, and you know what they look like, right? Then all of a sudden, your baby been swapped. What would you do? How would you react? See, that's the thing I want to get people to start thinking about. The kids, the women that goes missing in our community, and baby swapping that goes on in the hospital. Got to be careful. Do you really know the child that you got is yours? See, this is the hard topic we got to talk about. I talked about that 16-year-old that had a baby down in Florida, got a baby stolen from her, and how that woman that stole her raised her, and it happened before then too. How do you go about doing it? How do you go about making things right? How do you go about making things right? You don't just think about the child. Just think about the women that been kidnapped, been held, not on their own free will by somebody else. Just think about the Stockholm syndrome that they would have when they coming out. Do you think they would trust anybody else? Do you think they would trust the police? Do you think they would trust you, especially the kids that grow up with somebody else? Then all of a sudden they found out that they wasn't who they thought they was. You think they'll trust you? Do you think they'll trust any adults? Do you think they'll trust any authorities? Hmm. Let that sink in. I know many people don't want to talk about this. Don't want to come look at this, but it got to be talked about. These are serious issues that we have, and black women go to the hospital, have a child, go to a doctor, go to the hospital, complain about pain, and get sent home because people don't believe they be in pain. They don't be in pain. Yes, they do be in pain. Think we can tolerate pain more than anybody else. Pain is pain. No matter who you are, no matter what skin type, no matter where you come from, no matter what community you come from. Why is it that people in our community, when they go missing, or something like their baby got swapped, do not get the national attention? But guess what? I'm gonna start shedding light on it today. And every time I want to shine light on it, I'm gonna shine light on it. We as humans got to start looking out for each other. I don't mean money wise. I mean talking to each other. We gotta correspond with each other. See how we go about doing things in our community, helping our community. Go teach your people. Go out teach these adults how to be safe, how to stay safe. Teach these. Go out our community. Teach our kids how to stay safe. These women how to be safe. Even these men how to teach them how to be safe. We got to start teaching each other how to survive if something were to happen. We got to stop that. It's hard when you start something. It's hard to get people on board if they getting. People always want something for nothing. Like if I get on, if I started, what would I get for it? It ain't about all what you gonna get for it. It's all about surviving. It's all about surviving not only in your community, but in this world as a whole. I'm tell you what inspires me when I see people with disability, especially one of them, especially people with Down syndrome. Right? They're smarter than you think they are. They're fun to be around. Do you treat them any different than you treat anybody else? Do you pray? Do you treat them better any different than anybody else? No, you don't. They just human, just like us, but got some kind of issue. But they just humans. Who said we are regular? Who said that we function as a human being? See, you can learn from people like that. They love themselves. They love they love everybody else too. They love anybody else too. Love is like remember I said love is love. Let me just Miss Chicago, put your comment on here. Miss Chicago said she do with and pray a lot that black folks can put it together as one and do what we need to do for our community outside of being crabs in a barrel. You're right, Mr. Chicago. But I tell you this right here. Noreen, they try to be crab in the barrel, got the crab in the barrel mentality. Look where some of our people learning from the parents. The parent learn from their parent. The parent learn from their parent, so on, and they learn from other people from the outside world. But what would you do if your baby came up swapped, missing? What would you do if a relative came up missing? What would you do? What would you do? How would you feel? It'd be a sad situation when that happens. It's a sad situation when a child goes missing, especially in our community, and the authorities do not take us seriously. The news outlet don't take us seriously, and they're not all over the place. They're not all over the news. They're not all over the papers. The first 24 to 48 hours though is the hardest. Why do this is a question I got for our people? Why do we sit around? We call them and they tell us, "Oh, wait till 24 to 48 hours. They might come back, whatever." Why do we sit around and do that? We should be sitting around waiting to see if they're gonna come back. We should be out there searching because we already know they're not gonna go search for them until they go to red till something happens. I don't think sharing your location is a bad thing to a degree. It's not a bad thing. Miss Chicago said her older daughter is special. She doesn't see no wrong in people. You're right. People like I said, Miss Chicago, people like that do not see no wrong in people. But guess what? Not only that, when a man or woman in love with each other, that man and woman that they're in love with, they don't see no wrong in them either. They see the sign, but they think they could change them. You know what the difference is? Your daughter and people with a special need, they love is genuine of people. They love people because they just love people. They don't see nothing. They just love people. See, we can just love people, but sometimes we be critical of them people that we love. But when that love turns toxic, turns tragedy, why? See, sometimes you can forgive somebody, but you're not just forgiving that person. You forgiving that person. You forgiving yourself because you feel guilty. Sometimes you feel guilty because of what don't happen that you had a chance to stop what happened. What would you do? Your baby was swapped. That is a question. What would you do if your child was missing? What would you do if a female family member was missing? What would you do if a male family member was missing? What would you do? Would you just sit back and just wait, see if they're gonna show back up? If you know what your where your people live at, you're gonna sit back and wait for the authorities to go over there see do a wellness check on them. I think not, because I sure wouldn't. I'm not gonna sit back and wait till authorities say, "Hey, we're gonna go check it and do a wellness check on 'em." They go knock on the door, no one answer. The car's not there. Oh well, they're not home. But they're not answering their telephone. Mm, give and take. How would you feel? I just came on here for a few little seconds, few little minutes, just to talk. And we'll be tonight we are together. Myself, we'll be doing 106 a chat. We're going to be talking about a whole different lot of different things. Join us tonight at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, which is 8 Central, 7 Mountain, and 6 Pacific. And this is a serious subject that we need to start thinking about, people. If you don't hear from nobody, if you don't hear from your loved ones that day, or maybe 2 days, and and y'all talk every day, y'all text every day, and some strange don't happen, and you close by where they live at, go check on them. Go check and see if they there yourself. Start the process. Start getting leads. Start talking to people. Start talking to people. See who they with. See who they whatever. But we gotta learn how to survive, people. Survival is the key. Survival is the key. But we want to be in this crab and bear. We want to be in this crab and the bear mentality set, which is not working. It's not working at all. It's not working at all. How do we define ourselves? How you gonna be defined? How you gonna leave a legacy for your family? How you gonna what generation of wealth are you leaving your daughters, your sons, your family? Got to have a heart. Got to have the mind. Cause too many people are coming up missing. Some we know about, some we don't. The ones we know about, do they matter? Yes. The one we don't know about, do they matter? Do they matter to us? Yes. Every person matters. Every child matters. Every woman matters, especially the black woman. They all matters. No matter what you do and how you go about doing it, you will be in everything that you do. You will do. Your mind will race. What could I have done differently for this not to happen? You'll start doubting yourself. I should have kept up with what she was doing. I should have kept up what he was doing. I should have paid more attention to who I let help hold my baby in the hospital. Wouldn't try to feed my baby again. I should have paid more attention to see what that was my baby. Okay, let me see what you said. And Miss Scott said that's why she taught her kids. Okay, they can give themselves out the bucket because get themselves out of the bucket because God gave them claws so we can use we can use to climb out of our own after we help who can't help themselves. That's you're right, Mr. Chicago. We got to help each other. See, if you know somebody in the community that need help, help them. If you know somebody child is missing in that community, help them find it. Try to help them solve out. Try to help them find they child, the woman that's missing in that community. Because guess what? It could be one of your family member that it goes up missing. That child had been swapped at birth. How had been taken out of the hospital. We shouldn't. It shouldn't matter what side of the street you are. It shouldn't matter what color clothes you wear, what kind of hat, whatever that you have on. A woman is a woman, a child is a child. They need to be found. They don't need to be swapped out the hospital because this baby is healthy. And the doctor feels sorry for this other couple who've been trying to have a baby, and the baby they had was not going to live that long. And guess what? The doctor know them people, and he orders the nurse to swap the bed on the child. That's dead wrong. Dead wrong. But like I said, we got to come together as one. We got to do things that need to be done. We got to do things some people are not willing to do or are able to do or won't do. We're more powerful in numbers than by ourselves. But I just came on here for a little minute just to talk to you. That was just on my mind to give y'all something to think about. Cause if a special needs child can learn and do something and continues to do it over and over again, guess what? We should be able to do it too. We should be able to say, hey, enough is enough. We're going to say enough is enough. When? We don't know. Some people don't know. Some people don't know how they're going to get day by day. But until it happens to somebody in your family or to you personally, some other people don't care. Some people don't care. So how's everybody Friday, yay day is going? How's the weather? How's the weather that everybody got going on? I'm just gonna say that we are who we are. We are humans. We do make mistakes. But guess what? Mistake should not cost our family. Our mistake should not cause us not to say, hey, go look for their relative or their child. Mistakes shouldn't happen like that. And be careful. He said, yeah, you nosy. In Chicago, that's why you always in people, in, in, in your people. I love business. And if I can lend a helping hand to find someone to help, find a loved one, I'm there, no question asked. I know. But we all got to be like that. But all of us not like that. You know why we all ain't like that? We always gonna want to. Some people want to always know what they getting out of the deal. What you get out of the deal? It shouldn't be what you get out of the deal. It should, can I help? Because it might happen to one of my family members. Let us let us take time to think. Now let me get back to your baby been swap. You know they been swap. Ask us for a DNA test so you can find out. And they find out the baby been swap. And speak up immediately. Don't keep no your mouth closed. Cause closed mouth do not get fed. You right about that, Miss Chicago. Though why I was it gets what else, Miss Chicago? Yeah, they will have God in their heart. I'm telling you something else that they don't do. They don't love and respect themselves. They do not love and respect themselves. Remember, Miss Chicago, I'll be back on later. Miss Chicago, you gonna be over here later at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock your time. That if you're in Chicago, you're on Central Time. When those cents in check, come on at 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central. If so, I'm finna go ahead and set up the live and finna go ahead and set it up for the night. And y'all join us tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Mountain, 6 o'clock Pacific for 106 in chat. I love you guys. Y'all be easy. Y'all be safe out there today. And don't get in trouble. Stay safe and have a great day.